Hey, what is this, Romeo and Juliet?
Hey, Fatty. I tried to get a hold of you.
Stick around, sweetie. The party's just starting.
Jake, we don't want no trouble.
Neither do we, Fadden. We just want our money. But he's always 2 days late.
I tried to collect.
And he don't have our money.
You tell him. You got our money, right?
Maybe tomorrow, Jake.
Check out this girl.
Can't find anything here.
Find anything, Bitsy?
No, I don't think so, huh, Jake? I'm bringing the money, Jake.
We got business to take care of. Go ahead.
You goddamn motherfucking morons! What the hell are you guys crazy? Her sister's deaf, you asshole.
Hey, look, we're sorry, all right? Apologize, asshole. I said apologize.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We say me and you, we get together, we have a little party, huh? I get some good shit, get high. How's that sound to you?
How does that sound? Let's see. Almost as good as drowning in a pool of vomit.
Hey, it's your loss, Brenda. Maybe some other time if you're lucky, huh?
Brenda is a rebellious high school student and part of a tight group of girls called the Satins. They go out together on Hollywood Boulevard, with Brenda's younger sister, Heather, joining them. Heather is gentle and innocent, and she became deaf and unable to speak after their father died. Brenda is very protective of her. As they walk through the city, the girls chat about Francine's upcoming wedding and share their excitement for her big day. At the same time, a violent and reckless gang called the Scars is roaming the area. The gang has 4 members, Jake, Vince, Red, and Fargo. They deal drugs and do not care about the law. While driving Jake's flashy convertible through the streets, they notice Brenda and her friends. Jake, the leader, decides to follow them for his own amusement. As they speed around a corner, they almost hit the girls, causing Heather, who cannot hear or speak, to fall to the ground in terror. Brenda rushed to help Heather and angrily yelled at the boys for their reckless driving. Jake realized he had gone too far and apologized, but he still tried to act friendly with Brenda. He asked her to spend the evening with him, but Brenda firmly turned him down and wanted nothing to do with him or his odd friends. Upset by the close call and Jake's unwanted attention, the girls decided to get back at them. They made a bold plan to steal Jake's convertible. While the Scars were distracted and confused, the girls quickly stole the car and drove away laughing. They did not stop there. They filled the convertible with trash, including garbage bags and fast food wrappers. Furious over the humiliation, they began planning their revenge against Brenda and her friends. One day, Jake and his gang were hanging around the school and started harassing a student. They shoved him and mocked him to show off. Their trouble stopped when the principal arrived. Fed up with their behavior, he ordered them to leave the campus or he would call the police. The gang backed off, but it was clear they were still planning revenge. Inside the school gym, the girls were busy working out with their instructor. Their focus shifted when a young man named Wes walked in. Wes tried to flirt with Brenda and clearly wanted her attention. Brenda was not interested and ignored him, staying focused on her workout. Just then, Wes's girlfriend Cindy walked into the gym. When she saw Wes talking to Brenda, she became angry and misunderstood the situation. Believing Brenda was flirting back, Cindy accused her of trying to steal Wes and angrily confronted her in front of everyone. Brenda stayed calm and did not want to make the situation worse. When the workout ended, the instructor told everyone to go shower. The girls walked toward the locker room, but Brenda slowed down. She stopped when she saw her sister, Heather, arriving at school. Heather smiled and gave Brenda a small gift. Brenda hugged her tightly and thanked her, deeply moved by her sister's kindness. Brenda gently told Heather to wait there while she took a quick shower. As the gym emptied and grew quiet, a member of the Scars appeared. It was Red. He saw Heather standing alone and noticed how innocent she was. Red walked up to her. Heather, trusting and unaware of danger, did not see his bad intentions. She tried to be friendly and use sign language to communicate. Red pretended to understand, then moved closer, showing his true motives. Sensing danger, Heather panicked and pushed him away, then ran toward the door to escape. Before she could get far, Jake, Fargo, and Vince appeared and blocked her path. They surrounded her, leaving her trapped. Terrified, she tried to fight back, but the gang quickly overpowered her. They dragged her inside, beat her, and assaulted her, leaving Heather badly hurt and overwhelmed with fear. Meanwhile, trouble broke out again between Cindy and Brenda in the locker room. Still angry about Wes, Cindy confronted Brenda, and they began to argue. The argument quickly turned physical as they pushed each other and shouted. The principal arrived after hearing the noise and stopped the fight. He warned them that if it continued, both could be expelled. They finally backed down, but the tension between them did not go away. After speaking with the principal, Brenda and her friends went to the auditorium to look for Heather. When they arrived, she was gone. They searched the area and called her name, but she did not answer. One of the girls entered the dressing room and found Heather lying unconscious on the floor. She was badly hurt and covered in bruises, with several broken bones. The girls were shocked, and one of them screamed in fear. They rushed to help Heather, called for help right away, and took her to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor told them that Heather had fallen into a coma because of her serious injuries. Brenda and her mother were heartbroken and could not believe what had happened. Filled with pain and anger, Brenda swore to find whoever hurt her innocent sister. She became determined to make them pay and seek justice for Heather. That night, the girls went to a local nightclub to cheer Brenda up. She was still heartbroken over Heather's condition, but her friends stayed close to support her. They danced and talked together, trying to help her feel a little better. As they sat together, Francine happily talked about her upcoming wedding and her plans. She said she would move away with her husband after the wedding to start a new life. The girls cheered for her and shared her excitement. After a while, Francine went to the restroom. While she was gone, the Scars entered the nightclub and sat nearby, still angry and looking for trouble. When Francine came back, Fargo noticed her and began harassing her, ignoring the fact that she was pregnant. He grabbed Francine roughly, making her scared and angry. She fought back, and a fight quickly broke out as the other girls rushed to help her. In the chaos, Francine grabbed Jake's knife and cut his face. She broke free from Fargo's hold. Jake and his gang were bleeding, shocked and humiliated by her strength. This gave the girls confidence to stand together. Realizing they were outnumbered, the Scars pulled back and left the nightclub. The next day, Brenda sat in class, lost in her thoughts. She stared at her book, but she could not focus or read the words. The lesson faded away as images of the men who hurt her sister filled her mind. After class, her teacher, Mrs. Young, noticed something was wrong. She gently came over, wanting to understand what Brenda was going through and help her. Still hurting, Brenda gave a short reply, saying she had nothing to say, and walked out of the classroom. In the locker room, as she was about to leave, was stepped in front of her and tried to get her attention. He admitted that he liked her and shared his feelings. Brenda froze, unsure how to react. At that moment, Cindy walked in and saw them together. She quickly jumped to the wrong conclusion and thought Brenda was trying to take Wes from her. Fueled by jealousy, Cindy became furious and shouted at Brenda, accusing her of flirting with her boyfriend. In class, Cindy still could not let go of what happened. She kept making rude comments at Brenda to provoke her. At first, Brenda stayed quiet and tried to avoid trouble. Then Cindy crossed the line by making a cruel remark about Heather and mocking Brenda's sister. That was enough. Brenda snapped. They started arguing in the middle of the classroom, their voices rising as the tension exploded. The noise brought the principal in. This time, he was done with warnings. He suspended both Brenda and Cindy, hoping the punishment would finally stop the fighting. Vince ran up to his friends, looking worried and tense. He panicked as he said that news about Heather was spreading fast around the school. Jake stayed calm and told him to relax and think clearly. Then, with a sly smile, Jake changed the subject and talked about the next Target store he wanted to visit, asking where he could find Francine. Behind his calm act, Jake was still angry about the cut on his face and secretly planned revenge. Vince still felt uneasy and unsure. He shrugged and tried to remember where Francine might be. He knew she often hung out with friends and thought Jake could find her after school. At the same time, Francine walked into a boutique to try on her wedding dress. She smiled with excitement as she looked at herself in the mirror. Lost in thoughts of her wedding, She did not notice the scars nearby, watching her closely. As Francine left the store, she realized the scars were following her. They chased her into a deserted industrial area with empty buildings and dark alleys. Francine ran as fast as she could, searching for a place to hide. Soon, the men caught her and trapped her. Terrified, she begged them to stop, her voice shaking with fear. He grabbed her and threw her off the overpass above the Los Angeles River. The violent act deeply shocked Vince. Even though he was part of the scars, he felt strong regret for what they had done. Jake's actions horrified him and made him see how wrong their choices were. Filled with guilt, Vince decided to leave the gang for good. He knew he could no longer be part of such cruelty. Later, he went to the hospital to see Heather. Standing beside her unconscious body, he quietly apologized and expressed his deep sorrow. Vince stood by Heather's bed, weighed down by guilt and wishing he could undo the past. At that moment, Brenda arrived and saw him talking to her unconscious sister. Hearing his apology filled her with anger. Without thinking, Brenda slammed Vince against the wall and demanded answers. Shocked by her attack, Vince shoved her away and ran out of the room, racing down the hallway. That night, driven by rage, Brenda went to a weapons shop. She bought a crossbow and several bear traps. Later, Brenda went alone into a quiet part of the city. She found the scars near an abandoned textile warehouse. At the same time, Jake began to suspect that Vince might talk to the police, so he decided to kill him. He told Fargo and Red to stay at the warehouse while he went after Vince. Jake found Vince borrowing money from a friend, then hit him with his car and killed him. He took the money and fled. Soon after, Brenda reached the warehouse. She mocked Fargo and Red and drew them inside. Brenda killed Fargo by firing a crossbow arrow into his neck. She then killed Red by snapping a bear trap shut around his throat. Brenda waited for Jake to return. When he came back, he saw Fargo and Red dead in the warehouse. Shocked, he looked around in confusion. Brenda called out to him. Enraged to learn she had killed his friends, Jake tried to shoot her with a handgun. Brenda fought back, shot him with a crossbow, and tied a rope around his ankle, hanging him upside down. She stabbed him with a hunting knife, but Jake managed to break free and attack her. He chased Brenda until she ran into a paint store. The alarm went off loudly. Brenda splashed him with flammable paint and then set it on fire. The police arrived as Jake stumbled out of the store, badly injured, and died soon after. Later, Brenda, Heather, and the remaining members of the Satins visited Francine's grave. Brenda said they had at least done the right thing. Stevie told her that she had done everything right. This ends the film. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more movie summaries. Turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching.